Welcome to chapter 17. Here we go. Stefans weißes Hemd ist voller Kaffee. So, where's the verb? Here it is. Ist. Something is. At the end is coffee, so coffee is. Yeah? There's something with coffee. Voll means full, and let's make it full of, because the ER gives that away maybe. Coffee. Full of coffee. Something is full of coffee and it belongs to Stefan. And please pay attention, we never do this in German. That's not how we do it. It's called the Idiotenapostroph. It is allowed, everything is allowed, you can write and speak as you like, but according to the official rules you can do that, but it's really still a sign of low education or rebellion, whatever you prefer. So weiß, now it's not about wisdom, although the color of wisdom in German might be white. So his white Hemd. It sounds like hemp. Let's say the shirt of Stefan is made from hemp. Yeah, just that the P is turned around. It takes a 180-degree turn and turns into a D. So he possibly just spilled his 5th cup of coffee on his white shirt. Bad luck. Der Henkel seiner Tasse ist abgebrochen. We have the is again. We have a GE word. It's the past. So, and brochen we had a couple of times. Broken. That's all you need to know. Broken up. Maybe you remember. And the B here turns also into an F. Broken off. So what broke off? Henkel is a company as well. So Henkel. Remember the movie from made by Charlie Chaplin, where he was Hinkel, the dictator, imitating or representing Hitler at that time. So not Hitler is broken, but Hinkel had a handle, and that handle, broke. So it's a handle. And seiner, sein is his, and the seiner is off his cup, is broken off. So has broken off. When to use ist and when to use haben, that will be covered in the past, in the lesson about the past tense called the perfect. Flucht laut. Flucht. Interesting thing here, Flucht and Flucht. So one is long, one is short, and you cannot see when to use what. You have to just expose yourself to it and hear it. So fluchen, when it's long, and then they are actually cursing, to curse. Yeah. Flucht is not fluchen. Flucht is actually the flight, but the one where you run away, escape. Yeah. Flucht aus dem Gefängnis, for example, in which you have a fang again, you are caught by the fangs of the police. So if you escape from jail, it's the Flucht. And if you curse and you stretch all the words unnecessarily long, you're cursing. Fluchen. So he's cursing loudly. Why not? And here you have our favorite word, Scheiße. Shit is that heiß. Remember, I have a very hot name. Heißen means to be called, but heiß means hot. Yeah, so there's a relation somehow which I don't know. It might be a coincidence. So heiß means hot, and you could possibly learn it with the opposite, kalt und heiß und kalt. Yeah, mir wird heiß und kalt. Sometimes when people have shivers, this kind of, when they're sick, they feel hot and cold at the same time. Yeah, mir wird heiß und kalt. I would say it in this order. Funny. Damn, that's hot. Schnappt sich eine Serviette. Not sure whether you remember that or you recognize that. Serviette in French, of course, but it's a napkin. Yeah. Eine Serviette, something that serves you. Yeah, you see surface in there. So he schnappt Schnappi. Look up a word. Schnie, schna, schnappi. Schnappi, das kleine Krokodil. It's because a crocodile snaps. It's the same in English actually, snaps. So it's colloquial. Sich schnappen means simply he takes, but he's like quickly doing it. So he's trying to get his hands on the napkin. Der alten Dame ist der Vorfall natürlich sehr peinlich. So something is, and it is what? Peinlich. Pine is the same word as pain. So the old lady is in pain. And what? Well, that's actually all that you need to know. Well, peinlich means embarrassing. Yeah, but it is related. It's so embarrassing it causes pain. So, and it is of course very embarrassing. So the old lady is very embarrassed, and she's not the one that is embarrassing. What is embarrassing is der Vorfall. What a weird word. So the well, vor means in front of, right, or before, but that thing that happened. Yeah, the for is it's quite a powerful word. So the Fall is the case, yeah, the current case, or the thing that has happened in front of us right now is naturally very painful, very embarrassing, not painful, embarrassing. Sie führt Stefan ins Badezimmer im ersten Stock. So we're talking about the last person we had on our mind, which was the woman. She führen, you know, the Führer, shine, yeah. So it's the leader, the leads. She leads Stefan in das Badezimmer. Well, the E is just to put things together. So Bad is the same in English, bath, you know the game. And Hans Zimmer has a small room, so the bathroom in dem, and ersten is the same in English as well, just that you, for sake, you have an F here, first. But the rest, erst, first, is the same. First stick, and in Germany to measure on what floor you are, you need sticks. We have floor measuring sticks, and that's not even a lie, that's indeed the history of the origin of the word Stock. They had a special Stock to measure the floors. Während Stefan sein Hemd reinigt. Remember, während, to last, yeah, and the D means it's still going on, so while it lasts, while Stefan sein Hemd, his shirt made of hemp, reinigt, and rein means pure. So he purifies his shirt, and that means of course to clean. Yeah. So reinigen is really, usually you do it with detergent, you bring it in the Reinigung, the purification agency. No, it's the cleaner, the dry cleaner. It's the Reinigung. If it's a place, yeah. You could also pay your dentist for a Zahnreinigung, yeah, which is a cleansing of your teeth. So while Stefan is cleaning his shirt, what is Simone doing? Simone redet. Weiter. Weiter means further, and you see here weit actually means far. So literally it's farther with Miss Kaiser. So what is she doing? She redet, reden. Yeah, well, eine Rede is a speech. So reden is to speak. Yeah. And Simone has a special tick. When she speaks, she turns red. Yeah, she turns red. Maybe that helps to remember it. Der Kanzler kommt schon seit über 10 Jahren hierher. We have hierher again. Yeah, hope your short-term memory is intact. Here. So The Chancellor comes schon. The sun shone already today. Now it's going down. Already. Seit is a lovely thing. Über 10 Jahre. So, over 10 years. So he's coming here already over 10 years. In this case, for over 10 years. But seit, like somehow is related to the English word since. And you can only see S, I, E, with a bit of fantasy. So the Chancellor is coming here for already over 10 years. Again, this is not a translation exercise. This is really just to show you how English and German relate and how to easily, more easily than with other methods, remember words. Damals, that's a lovely word. I never looked up where it came from, but it means back then. Yeah, back then, damals. Maybe the da is somehow related to the there and then. And it contains an als, which also means when. But I haven't looked it up. You know, here, the war, there was a war. The hound. Well, it's Hundehounds, so it must be were. There were the hounds. Noch nicht. But noch. Still. Yeah? Yet. If it's negative, it's yet. If it's positive, it's still. Calvin Klein makes 2 small underwear. And Welpen are simply little puppies. Whelp. Not sure there's a word in English that's somehow similar. Welpen. Pronounced like this. Welpen. You hear the Welpen. Yeah, not Welpen. Welpen. Und genauso lange gibt es auch Probleme mit Herrn Fischer. Und not relevant and genauso genau is one of German learners' favorite word. Exactly so long. There are also, yeah, you see here so and also. In German it's so und auch. Problems with Mr. Fischer. And exactly as long there are problems with Mr. Fischer. Simone nimmt sich vor, Herrn Fischer so bald wie möglich zu besuchen. 2 sentences because you have vornehmen, yeah, and besuchen. And you see the comma here. So if you have a verb here, that means it's the end of the sentence. Yeah, it's not, you cannot have this in any other way. The comma indicates it's like a soft full stop. And you need the comma in the second sentence because she is taking something and this whole sentence tells you what she's taking. Now, Simone takes in front of her. So, and that is very literal, of course. Sich vornehmen is to plan. Yeah, sich vornehmen. So in order to plan something, you have to put it in front of you. And you take it in front of you. So Simone plans. So what is she planning? Mr. Fischer. Yeah. Well, the so here means rather, well, so and bald. Remember, look at this. Soon I'll be bald. So soon. Bald. Like. Mög. Somehow there is something with mögen in there, but it is actually possible. To besuchen. Besuchen means to visit. And it contains the word suchen, which is to search. So whenever you visit someone, you search for someone. Let's say you search for their address. So she plans to visit Mr. Fischer as soon as possible. And in German we say so bald wie möglich. That's a nice phrase to remember. Aber vorher müssen Sie zurück in das Haus von Kanzler Merkel. Müssen, hopefully easy to recognize. Well, must. Yeah. Sie, well, you see it's more than one Sie by the ending. If it was only Simone, there would be another ending here. Hopefully you know by now which one. So we've been talking about, it wasn't too clear this time, but they, yeah. So but, before here, before that, must, they, and remember zurück, literally it's to back. So back to, into the house of Mr. Merkel. So before they must go back into the house of Mr. Merkel. Yeah. It's a rare use. Well, sometimes you see these verbs like müssen, there's like a couple of those, they're called modal verbs. And there's müssen, dürfen, wollen, sollen, können, and möchten. Yeah, theoretically mögen, it's the same word, but we use more often möchten. So these 6 are called modal verbs because they kind of define a mode. It's allowed, it's not allowed, it's possible, it's not possible. That's called a mode. So normally they come with a second verb. If they are used alone, the second verb is obvious. So müssen Sie zurück in das Haus von Kanzler Merkel gehen. Yeah? It's clear that they somehow have to get there, and we don't really care how, so it could also be fahren if the situation gave it away. Maybe fliegen if Mr. Merkel lived far away. Yeah? That was chapter 17. See you in chapter 18.